In this case, we are using a T-loop to retract the cuspids. On one side, the space is closed, but space still is present on the patient's left side. The transpalatal arch is in place for anchorage enhancement until the cuspid is fully retracted. The loop will be activated 1 millimeter to continue the retraction. The wire is pulled out the distal end of the molar tube using a light wire plier. In this case, using a cinch back to activate the T-loop. A Weingart plier, if used, would result in less slippage. Now the cuspids have been retracted fully and the segmental arch wires are being removed. The distal ends were cinched back for loop activation. A distal end cutter must be used to cut the wire and remove the cinched back portion out the distal of the molar tube. The next step is to realign the posterior and anterior segments with an 0-1/8 full Nai-Tai arch wire. The anterior and posterior segments must be realigned to accept the heavier 019 by 025 stainless steel arch wire with the closing loops. This procedure is usually accomplished in 1 month unless severe cuspid rotation has occurred during cuspid retraction. Control of cuspid rotation during retraction is minimized by placing anterior rotation bends in the segmental arch wire. Any cuspid rotation is corrected by tie-in with steel ligature wire and a rotation tie. A piece of power chain is placed from molar to cuspid to retain the space closure. After realignment, a closing loop will be placed in the space between the lateral incisor and cuspid to retract the incisor teeth. The chain is placed to the distal tie wing only and may need to be placed on the lingual in cases with significant cuspid rotation. The posterior anchorage is secure with more root surface in the posterior teeth along with the augmentation provided by the transpalatal arch.